Draw? No? Well, this is actually a white to move and draw. You can see this specific position in one of my chess and game videos, or controversial chess and game videos. It shouldn't be that controversial, but since it gathers different reaction, yeah, it's kind of controversial and I understand them. Why not? As you can see, the white king is what, 4 squares away to support the white pawn on c6. Also, if your goal is to stop this one, you will be needing 6 squares to travel to just to stop this one. Let's go and check that one. If you want to stop the black pawn, well, unfortunately, it's game over for white. So you cannot just stop this black pawn. You have to find a way to, number one, to find a right timing to support your pawn or go here on a1 or b1. So that is your goal. Support your pawn, go on a1 or b1. So let's go by moving king to g6. Since we already moved the a pawn, so let's continue by moving. Later on, we will try this king to b6. For now, let's go a4, king f5, and once again, two options for black, king b6 and a3. Let's go first by moving king a3. Critical moment for the white king. Why? King e6, king e5, and king to e4. Each of these squares serve different purpose and role. You cannot just go king to e6 or king e5 randomly because that is the critical square for the white king. In this moment, or in this position, king to e5 and king to e4 will lose the game. Instead, you gotta go king to e6. So very critical for white to decide which squares. You have three options here. Then king e6 is the best one. Why? If a2, c7, queen, queen with a check. If black will not push the a2, instead, okay, I gotta go king b6. This white on e6 is just one step to support the pawn, king to d6. The idea, after a2, c7, queen, and queen. How about king to b7? Same idea, king to d7, a1, queen, c8, queen, draw, queen versus queen. So let's go back to our original position. So the king e6 without the king b6 is the good square for the white king. Remember, if there is no king b6, king e6 is the good square. So king g6, let's go a4, and then we will move here. King move, and then king to b6. Earlier, we moved king to e6. This time is different. If you will move king to e4, sorry, lose for white, because it's impossible to stop that one. So, in this position, you have to be mindful of which square will, number one, be able to support this pawn or stop this promoting pawn of black. King to e5. The idea, if captures, of course, king to. Now the white king is in the room of the square. If black will try to push, keep pushing, and then obviously that's a draw. How about moving the king? The idea or the goal of this white king is to land here first, a1 and b1, because this is rook pawn and this is the bookline draw. Theoretically draw or principal draw. So after king b5, c3, a3, because there's no way for what, then that's game over. Or let's not move the black one, king a5, b4, and then this is draw. There is no way for the black king and pawn to force this white king to go anywhere or to drive away. It's impossible because no piece to check the king on a1. So let's go back. So king g6, king b6, sorry, king f5. How about let's go back to a4, move here. So always remember, squares for the king are critical. So you cannot just go e6, e4, e5 randomly. You have to think which square is the best for the white king. In this case, the king e5, because if a3, king d6, a2, same idea like we had earlier, queen, queen. So king e7, okay, king g6, king move here, move, if captures. Earlier we moved this one, right? That's why king e5 is on the board. If captures, you will not go here or here, instead king to e4. Let's say king to b5, king to d3, b4, king to c2, king a3, king b1. Once again, there is no way for black to drive away this king away from a1 or b1. So if we will continue, since this is rook 1, check, and then just go a1, stalemate. If this king moves away, of course, capture. If this king will go a3, supporting this one, stalemate, draw.